Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of RUW Decimation. I am your commentator for the evening, Alex Black, and man, we are on the go-home show for RUW Walking on Pins and Needles. And ladies and gentlemen, in the very first match of RUW Decimation here tonight, we have two returning athletes coming back to RUW now for the full time. We have Small Afro teaming with his Vibe partner, the Spartan, Brandon Collins. Both Small Afro and Brandon Collins making their RUW returns here tonight. And man, are we happy to see them back for the full time. They have signed new full-time contracts. The last time we saw Small Afro and Brandon Collins, they were in the RUW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Granted, they were on two completely different teams, but still, we saw them nonetheless. Small Afro teamed up with Brent Oakley in the World Tag Team Championship Tournament, and Brandon Collins teamed up with Aaron Matthews in the tournament. But they are making their RUW returns here tonight as they battle King Vampire and Daniel Hayes. Man, what a match this is sure to be. Both King Vampire and Daniel Hayes head into championship matches this Sunday at RUW Walking on Pins and Needles. King Vampire will battle Judas in a no-holds-barred match for the United States Championship, and Daniel Hayes will battle Chris Nitro for the RUW Internet Championship. So, if you ask me, both of these men need to bring the fight to their opponents if they want to build up some momentum before this Sunday. And here is King Vampire. Look at him. King Vampire always has a look of confidence on his face every single time he comes out to compete inside the squared circle here at RUW. But as I mentioned, he will head into a championship match against Judas this Sunday, live on Twitch, and it will be uploaded to the RUW Gaming YouTube channel shortly after it goes live on Twitch. Remember, mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, this coming Sunday, RUW Walking on Pins and Needles, where this man right here will go up against Judas in a no-holds-barred match for the United States Championship. And his tag team partner for the evening, he will head into another championship match this Sunday as he battles Chris Nitro for the RUW Internet Championship. So these two need to build up some momentum before this Sunday. They are hoping to do that here tonight as they battle the returning Small Afro and Brandon Collins. All Daniel Hayes wants to do is build himself up here in RUW. He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to leave an impact on the fans. He wants to be remembered in RUW as one of the top stars. And this Sunday, he has the opportunity to prove he belongs in that position. But here comes the first of their opponents. This is Small Afro. You can go check him out on YouTube under the same name. Small Afro, extremely popular with the content that he creates on YouTube. He does wrestling content, 2K content. But tonight is not about the content that he posts. Tonight is about the skills that this man has inside the squared circle. He may not look like much, he may look like a goof at times, but trust me, when that bell rings, it is all business for Small Afro. But Small Afro is not alone here tonight, because here comes the returning Spartan, Brandon Collins. If you ask me, it has been way too long since we've seen Brandon Collins inside the squared circle here in RUW. But he is back. He is signed to a full-time contract, and I am so happy to see this man back. His athleticism inside the ring is absolutely off the charts. This is the opening match of Decimation here tonight, and the bell sounds. King Vampire will start things off with Small Afro, and Small Afro already, in firm control of this match, sending King Vampire face first off the top turnbuckle. And now, what is this? He's got him up into the powerbomb position, and the buckle bomb connects. And just like that, Small Afro already tagging out to the Spartan Brandon Collins. Now Brandon Collins is going to give King Vampire a beating here. We have missed the Spartan Brandon Collins, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I really am so happy to see him back here in RUW. This kid's got a bright future, I'm going to tell you right now. He's been training in the power plant recently, ready to make his return. And man, he is ready. Look at this. Brandon Collins pinning the arm of King Vampire down, delivering stomps to the left hand. And now the cover. Oh, but only the count of one. King Vampire certainly not staying down for that. Oh! King Vampire just ate a nasty shot from Small Afro, and Brandon Collins took advantage of that, connected the ripcord knee right to the face. And now look at this. Brandon Collins is just torturing King Vampire here. Now Brandon making the tag out to Small Afro here. And now Small Afro, delivering the headbutt, about knocked King Vampire clean out. And now King Vampire stomp right to the midsection of King Vampire. I'm sorry, did I call Small Afro King Vampire? I didn't mean to. I don't know. I'm a little tongue twisted. Oh my God! Small Afro just pounced. King Vampire almost sent him right outside the ring. And now Small Afro putting his one up in the sky as we acknowledge him as the final chief. But Daniel Hayes delivering the scoop slam. Daniel Hayes now the legal man for his team. And now Daniel Hayes, look at this, a Small Afro up and connecting the exploder suplex. Daniel Hayes in firm control of Small Afro at the moment, delivering the Russian leg sweep. And a stomp right to the right arm. And now Daniel Hayes tagging King Vampire back into this match. Small Afro rolling out. King Vampire focusing on Brandon Collins, delivering a drop kick, sends him off the apron. And now Small Afro recovering on the outside, and back inside the ring he goes. Now Small Afro has King Vampire up on his shoulders. Oh, but King Vampire fighting back with elbows to the side of the face. And now King Vampire, what is this? He's got Small Afro up and delivering the Brain Buster. King Vampire has regained control of this tag team match, sending Small Afro in the corner. And now tagging Daniel Hayes in, and a double team move connects. Daniel Hayes delivers a shot right to the midsection, right to the rib cage of Small Afro. And now look at this. Daniel Hayes delivering repeated shots right to the kidneys of Small Afro. And again, sending him into the corner, tagging King Vampire back in. And another double team move connects. Now it was King Vampire who delivered a shot to the midsection of Small Afro. And now King Vampire has got Small Afro up against the ropes. And just like that, tag again Daniel Hayes. And now Daniel Hayes with a clothesline sends Small Afro sailing to the outside. But Brandon Collins just answered back with a shot of his own onto Daniel Hayes. Daniel Hayes should have focused on the legal competitor, Small Afro, and Small Afro is going to take advantage because of that. And now Small Afro makes the tag to Brandon Collins here. Oh, but Daniel Hayes answering back. Blue Death Press connecting on the Spartan. Oh, but Brandon with a roll-up from out of nowhere. Oh, but only the count of one. What a tag team match we are opening up Decimation with here tonight. Oh, Fisherman's Driver connecting onto Daniel Hayes. And now Brandon Collins, what is this? Probably looking for a suplex. Oh, psych! Connecting the cutter. And now the hook of the leg. Oh, only the count of one. It was almost a count of two, but Daniel Hayes got that shoulder up rather quickly. Now Brandon was probably looking for a single leg drop kick to the face, but Daniel Hayes answering back. Got the Spartan up and sending him down with a neck breaker. Daniel Hayes in firm control of Brandon Collins at the moment in this tag team match. He's got him up and connecting the fall-away slam. Now look at this. Daniel Hayes posing, which allows Brandon Collins to make the tag to Small Afro. And now Small Afro, what is this? He's got him into the fireman's carry, and the Death Valley driver connects. Oh, and Small Afro absolutely fired up here. Again, has Daniel Hayes up into the fireman's carry, and another Death Valley driver connects. But Daniel right back up. But look at this. Oh, now connecting the air raid, and now just repeated stomps to the chest. Small Afro absolutely fired up. He is excited to be back in RUW, no doubt. Now look at this. Oh, targeting the left leg of Daniel Hayes here. Small Afro is bringing the beating to Daniel Hayes here, just sending him down. And the cover. Oh, only the count of one. Small Afro. And now look at this, just feeding off the energy from the crowd. Taunting. And now picking Daniel Hayes back up. And now Small Afro. What is this? He's got him up into the gorilla press and slamming him back down. Oh, but Daniel Hayes, look at this, answering back. Blue Death Press now connecting on the Small Afro. Excuse me, and the cover. Oh, but only the count of one for the redneck Daniel Hayes. And now Daniel. Oh, shot right to the face of Small Afro. And now Daniel Hayes makes the tag to King Vampire. And Small Afro crawls over to the corner and makes the tag to Brandon Collins. And now Brandon, look at this. Taking King Vampire down and a stomp right to the arm. And now Brandon, leg drop right to the groin. Brandon Collins now in firm control of this tag team match. Oh, but King Vampire, oh my God, what a drop kick right to the face. Now King Vampire sending Brandon Collins down with an inverted DDT. Now look at this, raining down shots to the face of the Spartan. And now look at this, King Vampire just toying with his opponent here. And now just wrenching away at the right arm. This is smart of King Vampire. Just pick apart Brandon Collins piece by piece as he delivers more repeated shots to the face. And King Vampire again just kicking away at the face. And now King Vampire into the gut wrench, showing off his strength, connecting the powerbomb. Oh, but Brandon answering back with an elbow to the midsection. And now Brandon Irish whip. Sends King Vampire into the corner. And now look at this. Brandon Collins, multiple knee strikes to the midsection. And now look at this. Brandon Collins in firm control of King Vampire. Pressing the feet up against the chest. Oh, and dropping the knees. Brandon Collins certainly feeling himself here. Now Brandon makes the tag out to Small Afro. And now Small Afro. Oh, stomp right to the left arm of King Vampire. Small Afro going up top and delivering the splash. And the cover. Oh, but Daniel Hayes makes the save for his team at the count of 1. And Small Afro, just like that, tagging out to Brandon Collins. And Brandon takes out Daniel Hayes. And Brandon fired up. He needs to focus on King Vampire, though. And he does, delivering a tope right to the outside, wiping out King Vampire. And now look at this, Brandon, dropping the knee on the bicep of King Vampire. Now getting him back up to his feet. And Brandon, sending King Vampire right into the ring post. Brandon Collins back inside the ring. And now Small Afro is going to pick up King Vampire. Brandon just delivered a drop kick, which sent Daniel Hayes off the apron. Absolute war going on the outside here. Oh my God. King Vampire just delivered a drop kick to the face, but that barely even phased the Spartan. And now King Vampire delivering the Moonlight Drive on the outside. But he needs to get Brandon Collins back inside the ring and pin him. The official at a count of 3. King Vampire delivering the waistlock takedown. And now the airplane spin right on the back, just toying with Brandon Collins here. I believe the official is at a count of 7. Now at a count of 8. Count of 9. And Brandon Collins makes it back in. I certainly did not want to see this match in a count out covered by King Vampire. But somehow only the count of 1. Brandon Collins still has some fight at him, despite some energy being taken out of him. Now Daniel Hayes, the legal competitor for his team. Brandon Collins with the Irish whip. There's the leapfrog. And Brandon, was looking for a knee of glory, but Daniel Hayes had that one scouted. Brandon Collins thought he had this one in the bag, but Daniel Hayes was able to escape the knee of glory. And these two just back and forth in this tag team match. Daniel Hayes answering back. Holy hell, what a tag team match to kick us off here tonight. Daniel Hayes delivers the curb stomp. And the cover, but there's Small Afro breaking things up before the count of 1 was even made. Daniel Hayes. Brandon wasn't looking for yet another knee of glory. He connected some of it, but he did not get all of it. Now Brandon Collins, look at this. Brandon, Irish whip. And there's the rolling forearm right to the face. If I were Brandon, I would go for the cover. I would try to end this thing. Now Brandon, look at this. Pinning the right arm of Daniel Hayes down. Delivering stomps right to the hand. And now picking up Daniel Hayes. And now Brandon sending him into the corner. And now look at this. Brandon with more repeated knees to the midsection. Look at Brandon again going to this combination of maneuvers, pressing the boots up against the chest and dropping the knees. And now Brandon into the cover. But King Vampire saving this match at the count of 2. What is it going to take to put either one of these teams away? Brandon with an Irish whip sending Daniel into the corner. Now what's Brandon looking for here? Delivering the enziguri. And now Brandon feeling the energy from the crowd. Daniel Hayes makes the tag to King Vampire. And now King Vampire with the corkscrew moonsault and the cover. But it's still not enough to keep the Spartan down. Brandon with the, King Vampire with the springboard splash onto Brandon Collins. And King Vampire is going to ascend up to the top rope as he delivers the elbow drop onto Brandon Collins and the cover. And that is enough. King Vampire and Daniel Hayes pick up the victory. Unfortunately, Brandon Collins and Small Afro weren't able to pick up the victory in their return match. But hold up. The Madhouse Jackal and Mark Jones look like they're issuing a challenge to the winners. But both Jackal and Mark Jones have championship matches to head into this Sunday. I don't think now's the time to get into a fight. But ladies and gentlemen, the action is obviously not done. We have more action headed your way. Triple threat match as Chris Nitro will battle the Nemesis James Taylor and Swamp Man. Just a couple of weeks ago, Swamp Man proved that he could hang with the top stars. He was not able to defeat the Nemesis James Taylor, but man, he certainly had one hell of a performance in that match. Triple threat match coming up in the second match of RUW Decimation here tonight. And here comes the triple champ, Chris Nitro, hardcore champion, internet champion, and one half of the RUW World Tag Team Champions. Chris Nitro's almost got it all in this business. He was the first ever triple champion ever in RUW. I just said ever twice in the same sentence, didn't I? Chris Nitro ready for action. Triple threat match coming up. But here comes the World Heavyweight Champion and the Tournament of Hardcore Champion. There you can see the briefcase in his right hand. The insurance policy for the general manager, Alexander Kelly, who currently is out with an injury. But James Taylor says that he's going to keep the title safe and secure for when Alexander Kelly gets back. So Alexander Kelly gave James Taylor a triple threat match, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago? Where he put the world title and the Tournament of Hardcore title on the line, and James Taylor was victorious in that match. But James Taylor looks ready for competition here tonight, as always. He is literally at the top of the mountain here in RUW, so he needs to be ready for competition. But here comes Swamp Man. Even though he was not victorious in the match against James Taylor a couple weeks ago, he still proved that he has what it takes to hang with the top stars, to hang with people like the Nemesis James Taylor. Chris Nitro, the Nemesis James Taylor, and Swamp Man all ready for competition, all ready for action. And the bell sounds. This is going to be an absolute barn burner. There you can see Chris Nitro and Swamp Man going at it, but James has a hold of Chris Nitro and sending him first off the top rope, and Swamp Man delivered a clothesline, takes the Nemesis James Taylor down. And now Swamp Man, look at this, has a hold of the wrist of James, kicks to the midsection, and a clothesline takes him down. And now Swamp Man connecting the swinging neck breaker onto Chris Nitro. Swamp Man is absolutely in firm control of this match at the moment. Delivers the Exploder suplex onto James Taylor. But Chris Nitro, was looking for a splash. But Swamp Man probably inadvertently got out of the way at the last second. He probably had no idea what Chris was looking for. Now Swamp Man connecting the neck breaker onto Chris. And now James Taylor stomped right to the midsection. And now James, look at this, repeated elbows right to the top of the head of Swamp Man. You can see Chris on the outside. James was probably looking for a spine buster or a belly-to-belly suplex or something, but Swamp Man got out of the way. Chris has a hold of a kendo stick, perfectly legal in this type of match. Now Swamp Man, back elbow connecting onto James Taylor. Chris with the Frankensteiner, and now repeated shots right to the face of Swamp Man. Was looking for an elbow drop to the back, but Swamp Man rolled out of the way. And now James has a hold of a baseball bat, an even more dangerous weapon than the kendo stick that Chris brought in. And now James, look at this, just absolutely whooping ass with that baseball bat, delivering the beating to Chris Nitro. But Chris was able to answer back. My question is how? He just absolutely got whooped by that bat, and now Chris is just whooping ass with the bat now. Oh my Lord. Look at this. Chris is absolutely enraged. He's in firm control of this match with a baseball bat in his hand. Oh my God. Oh man, Chris delivers the flying clothesline. Oh my God, that was crazy, bro. And now Chris, was cover on James Taylor, but Swamp Man able to quickly break that up. Chris, what are you thinking? Swamp Man with the back elbow. And a clothesline to James. I think James was looking for a bionic elbow, but Swamp Man was able to take him down before anything could connect. And now Chris has Swamp Man up against the ropes. But Swamp Man sends Chris to the outside. And now Swamp Man has a hold of the kendo stick that Chris introduced a little bit ago. And speaking of kendo sticks, James Taylor grabs one of his own. All three of these men on the outside. Swamp Man with the kendo stick. Look at him. Just whooping James Taylor right now. But James takes him down with a clothesline. I believe James Taylor got busted open from that kendo stick shot. Look at this. Chris Nitro has a hold of James Taylor and sending him back inside the ring. And now Chris sending Swamp Man back in as well. And Chris back in the ring. Look at this. Swamp Man repeated strikes onto James Taylor. And another Exploder suplex connects. But James right back up. But he got caught. Swamp Man delivered a backbreaker and a clothesline to the back of the head. What action we are witnessing in this triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen. James has a hold of Chris Nitro, sending him into the corner. But Swamp Man delivered a shot right to the back of James Taylor. Now Swamp Man sending James into the corner, and now taking down Chris Nitro. Lou Death press. Swamp Man in firm control of this triple threat match. But the Swamp Man delivered an uppercut to James in the corner. Now look at this. Swamp Man. Stomp right to the chest. What the hell is Chris Nitro doing on the outside? Chris Nitro just did a fucking front flip. Now Swamp Man again sending James into the corner. But Chris grabs a hold of Swamp Man. Irish whip. Was looking for that Enziguri. Miscalculated. And now Swamp Man delivers the X Factor and the cover. But only the count of 2 for Swamp Man in this triple threat match. James is still stunned in the corner. But look at him now. He is answering back against Swamp Man. Now James putting Swamp Man in the corner. What is it with James and Swamp Man putting each other in the corner? Chris was looking for another Enziguri, this time onto James Taylor. But again, miscalculating it, I think. James was probably looking for yet another spine buster, but now it's Chris answering back. Now Swamp Man swinging neck breaker onto James Taylor. And now Chris, sending Swamp Man down. Who will pick up the victory in this triple threat match. Chris with a kick right to the spine. Right to the spine of Swamp Man. And now Chris with a drop kick. And now Chris, springboard crossbody takes out James Taylor and the cover. But only the count of 2 for Nitro here. Now what's Swamp Man doing on the outside? He's in front of my announce table. Swamp Man again grabbing another kendo stick. But Chris was able to stop him before anything could happen. Chris just keeps miscalculating that enziguri. And now Swamp Man connecting a clothesline, taking advantage of the miscalculation. Now James putting Swamp Man in the corner yet again. Now James has Swamp Man seated on the top. And now James with a shot. And now look at this. James feeding off the energy from the crowd here. And now James leaping up to the top rope. Great athleticism being displayed by the world champion. And connecting a superplex. And the cover. But why would he pin him when Chris Nitro is right there? This is not an elimination match. So the first pinfall or submission declares the end of the match. Now James rolling out after Chris connected that superplex. Chris has Swamp Man up in the fireman's carry. But Swamp Man got out of it. And now Swamp Man, Irish whip, sending Chris Nitro in the corner. But Nitro answering back here. Nitro kick right to the midsection, wrenching away at the wrist. Now Chris Nitro with the arm drag, able to take down Swamp Man. And now Chris finally connecting the enziguri onto James Taylor and the cover. No, so close to pick up a victory for Chris Nitro, but not quite. And now Nitro has Swamp Man up into the fireman's carry and connecting the breakdown. But Chris is going for these pins when his other opponent is already up to their feet. James sending Chris into the corner. And an elbow right to the face. Now James is going to focus on Swamp Man. Chris rolling outside to the ring, and James choking Swamp Man out here. Perfectly legal maneuver though. And now Swamp Man sending James into the corner. How many times have I said that in this match tonight? Chris has a hold of a steel chair. But Swamp Man just threw the bat right at his face, connected the X Factor. But Swamp Man didn't realize James was up behind him. And now James with the belly-to-belly suplex on the Swamp Man. And now James. Cover on the Swamp Man. No. Still only the count of 2. Not enough to pick up a victory just yet. What a match we are witnessing here. Chris Nitro sends James into the corner. But now it's Swamp Man answering back. But Chris countered, sending Swamp Man over the top rope. But James answers back with an elbow. And now James, look at this. Blue Death Press, raining down right hands onto the face of Nitro. But Swamp Man, again connecting another Exploder suplex onto James Taylor in this match. And the cover. And it's still not enough to secure a victory for Swamp Man here. Look at this, Swamp Man bringing the beating to the nemesis. Chris Nitro searching under the ring. He has a hold of a damn sledgehammer. Oh my God! He just threw it right at the face of Swamp Man. That has to be a broken nose. That has to be. Swamp Man on the outside trying to rest and recover. Chris connecting an uppercut and the cover. No! Still not a victory. What is it going to take for either one of these men to win? How is Swamp Man still in this match after getting a damn sledgehammer thrown at his fucking face? Chris with the leg drop from the top. He caught Swamp Man. Fireman's carry, and the go-to-sleep connects. Probably doing more damage to the potentially broken nose of Swamp Man. But Chris, you need to cover Swamp Man. There we go. James just sprung right back to his feet. What the hell is this triple threat match, dude? Oh my God, this has to be the best episode of Decimation, and we're only 2 matches in. Oh, Swatman was looking to take down James. Oh, but James answering back. Cover on the Nitro. Oh, only the count of 1. Even after everything Nitro still went through in this match. He's kicking out at 1. And now James, look at this, pulling himself up in the corner. You can see the blood running down the side of his face. Swatman connecting another uppercut. Chris Nitro back inside the ring. Oh, but Swatman, Irish whip. And the power slam connects. Cover. Oh, but still kicking out at the count of 1 is Chris Nitro. Now Swatman. Oh, connecting the backbreaker onto Chris. Oh, James was probably looking for a stunner, but Swatman, how many Exploder suplexes has he connected on the Nemesis James Taylor in this match? Chris Nitro, atomic drop. And the leg drop right to the groin. And now James sending Chris in the corner. Oh, but Chris answering back, sending James into the corner. And now what's Chris looking for here? I think he's going to focus on Swatman on the outside, but he has to focus on the Nemesis James Taylor. He most likely had this one in the bag. Oh, sending Swatman face first off the ring apron. That is the hardest part of a professional wrestling ring. And now Swatman sending Chris Nitro back inside the ring. Oh my God, James, what the hell, dude? What is it with everybody throwing so many weapons at Swatman's face? I don't think he's even going to have a face once this is all said and done. And now James Taylor with an F5 connecting on the outside. And now look at this. James is certainly fired up. How does Swatman have any bones left in his face after the amount of weapons that got thrown at him in this triple threat match? Oh, Swatman hitting Chris Nitro right in the face with a steel chair. Swatman just bringing the beating. Oh, but Chris connecting the enziguri. And now Chris back inside the ring. Oh, but he got caught. James connected the stunner. And that is a victory for the Nemesis James Taylor. What the hell? That was an absolutely amazing triple threat match. That is certainly a match of the year contender for RUW. And now James Taylor will head into walking on pins and needles, where he will defend the RUW World Heavyweight Championship against a mystery challenger. We have no idea who that mystery challenger is, and we won't know until this Sunday in the main event of Walking on Pins and Needles, where James Taylor will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against that mystery challenger. But ladies and gentlemen, we are still not done with the action. Because coming up next, the United States Champion, Judas, will battle the former RUW World Heavyweight Champion, Lucy. Bro, that triple threat match, that last match was absolutely insane. Lucy versus Judas coming up next. You can see both of these men in the ring. Judas offering a handshake. Oh, never mind. He just punched Judas right in the face. Oh, that's going to come back to bite him. And the bell sounds. Judas with a knee right to the face of Lucy. I told you Lucy was going to regret punching Judas in the face before this match could even begin. Look at this. Judas just bringing the absolute beating to Lucy here. Look at this, stomping away on the back and delivering a kick right to the face. Lucy needs to learn some respect before punching out the United States champion in the face. And now Judas dropping their knees on the back of Lucy here. And now Judas raining down right hands on the face of Lucy. Judas, nothing but rage in his eyes right now, as he is absolutely assaulting Lucy here. Look at this, kicks right to the rib cage and another shot right to the face. And now Judas with the springboard moonsault. Oh, but Lucy got out of the way and delivered a stomp right to the ankle. And now Lucy picking Judas up. Lucy with the Irish whip sends him right into the official. But now Lucy enziguri and now locking in the Anaconda Vice. Oh, but Judas with a couple of knees. And that'll get him out of the hold. Now Judas, Irish whip. Oh, but Lucy answering back with an elbow right to the forehead. And now double leg takedown, raining down hands. Now it's Lucy in firm control of Judas at the moment. Lucy into the cover. Oh, but only the count of one. He got a little overconfident. And now Lucy has got Judas up into the fireman's carry and delivers the snake eyes in the corner. And Judas already busted open. There you can see the blood on the right side of his face. Lucy now choking him out. The ref needs to get in there. What has gotten into Lucy? Maybe it's that thing that made him a dark, evil man in the first place. Because we all remember when he was Drake Danger, then he returns in season 3 as Lucy, and we have no idea what's gotten into him. Now look at this, Judas pressing the boots up against the chest and dropping the knees. That is a move that we saw from Brandon Collins earlier. Now Judas, look at this, locking the legs and connecting the surfboard leg breaker. Judas fired up right now. And now look at this, Judas ascending up top. Oh, but Lucy with a shot right to the face. But Judas still able to take him down with an elbow right to the dome. And now Judas with the springboard forearm. Judas uses that move a lot, and it certainly is effective. And now Judas, Irish whip onto Lucy. Oh, but Lucy answers back and delivers a kick right to the face. And a drop kick right to the back. And now Lucy has a hold of Judas. Got him in the corner. Oh, Lucy fired up. Got Judas seated up on the top. Now what's he looking for here? Belly to belly suplex from the middle rope. And now Lucy with the springboard senton. And now look at this. Lucy, oh, just raking his boot up against the face of Judas. But Judas now with a jawbreaker. He's answering back. And now look at this. Judas with repeated heavy elbows to the face. He's got Lucy up. And the feast, your eyes, connects. Cover. No, still not enough to keep the Raven Lucy down for a count of 3. This match continues. Look at this, Judas absolutely enraged in the corner. Oh, was looking for a big boot. But Lucy ducked it, sent Judas tumbling to the outside. Now look at this, Judas going to take a hide on the outside, but that's where Lucy's going to meet him. And now Judas has a hold of Lucy, and the ripcord clothesline about turns Lucy inside out. And now Judas sending Lucy back inside the ring. And Judas back in the ring as well. Oh, but Lucy answering back, single leg drop kick and the cover. But only the count of 2 for Lucy here. Oh, connecting the fallen angel out of nowhere onto Judas. And that is a win for Lucy. Hitting that fallen angel almost out of nowhere secures the victory for Lucy here. Lucy has just defeated the United States champion. Certainly not good for Judas as he heads into this Sunday, where he will put the United States Championship on the line against King Vampire in a no-holds-barred match. But he just ate a loss here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's main event time. And I'm getting an announcement in my headset. Apparently, it's an open challenge, and it's already been accepted, apparently. And I'm looking at the match card here, and apparently the open challenge has been accepted by 2 men. Both Small Afro and both Small Afro and the Nemesis James Taylor want the Internet Championship. So it's main event time here on RUW Decimation. Chris Nitro puts the Internet Championship on the line, but I guess whoever's victorious in this match, I guess they will face Daniel Hayes at RUW Decimation. At RUW Walking on Pins and Needles. Because Daniel Hayes still has a championship match this Sunday. So I guess whoever is victorious in this match will battle Daniel Hayes for the Internet Championship at Walking on Pins and Needles this Sunday. But here comes the champion, Chris Nitro. Chris Nitro puts the Internet Championship on the line. I don't think Chris Nitro was expecting this. Honestly, neither was I. This is Chris Nitro. No, this is like all 3 of these competitors' second match here tonight. I am so tongue-twisted, I cannot speak. I'm so shocked at what's happening right now. Wait, is it a triple threat match? Is it a one-on-one match? Either way, Internet title on the line. Small Afro looks ready for competition. I thought it was a triple threat match, but James Taylor is still not out here. I guess it's a one-on-one match. I am so confused right now. What is happening? Oh, Chris Nitro with the flying clothesline right out of the gate onto Small Afro, and now delivering the inverted atomic drop and the leg drop to the groin. Chris uses that combination a lot. And now Chris, pop up, Frankensteiner, and raining down right hands right on the face of Small Afro. And there you can see Chris fired up. Oh, but Small Afro with the Irish whip. There's the drop down. And the power slam connecting onto Chris Nitro. I don't think Chris was expecting this match. Management made this official, but my question is, where the hell is the Nemesis James Taylor? Chris with the Bulldog connecting on a Small Afro. Where is James Taylor? That's my question. Chris sending Small Afro right to the outside. Chris looking to fly here, delivering the drop kick in between the ropes. Chris in firm control of Small Afro in this main event match, sending him back inside the ring. Chris on the apron, and Chris with the springboard drop kick. Oh, but he miscalculated, and that could certainly come back to bite him. But Chris could be looking for a suplex here. Oh, never mind. transitioning into a gourd buster, and the drop kick connects. Chris calling for Small Afro to bring it. Oh, but Small Afro delivering the pounce onto Chris Nitro here. And now look at this, repeated shots right to the face. And now it's Small Afro answering back in this match, delivering the Samoan drop and the cover. But only the count of 1 for Small Afro. Oh, but now it's Chris entering back, sending Small Afro off the ropes. And the sleeper slam connects. I believe that's what that move is. Now Chris. Oh no! Small Afro got out of the way at the last possible second. But Chris still answering back. Uh-oh. Oh! Is James cashing in? James with that Tournament of Hardcore Championship. James Taylor is cashing in his Tournament of Hardcore briefcase here. This match is now a triple threat match. But wait, I'm confused. This match is originally for the Internet Championship. But James Taylor cashed in, but he could only cash in for a shot at the Hardcore Championship. So now what? Is this match for the Hardcore title? Or does the winner get both? I'm so confused. All 3 of these men now on the outside of the ring. James Taylor now in the ring with Small Afro. And Small Afro has James up against the ropes. Chris Nitro back inside the ring. And delivering the Bulldog on the Small Afro. And now Chris measuring him here. And the drop kick connects right to the side of the head. Oh, and now James has a hold of Chris Nitro. He's got him up. And delivering him throat first off the top rope. But Chris answering back, sending James' shoulder first into the canvas. And Chris with a spinning heel kick. And now Chris with a springboard drop kick. And a spinning heel kick. Connecting on the Small Afro. Chris is fired up, but he just got taken down by James Taylor. Oh, and Small Afro connecting a headbutt onto the Internet Champion. Now it's Chris on the outside. Small Afro fired up on the inside of the ring. And Small Afro connecting the stunner. Chris has a hold of the kendo stick. Oh, Small Afro just tried to get his feet on the ropes. And now Chris Nitro with the alley-oop facebuster. Connecting on the Small Afro. Chris with the roll-up though. Oh, and bridging it. Oh, but James gets his shoulder up at the count of 2. And now Chris with the tope to the outside. Takes out Small Afro. And Chris back inside the ring. Oh, but James takes him out with an elbow. And now repeated shots right to the face. James Taylor in firm control of this triple threat match. Oh, but Chris answering back with the flying clothesline. This is another triple threat match. James Taylor cashing in his Tournament of Hardcore Championship for a shot at the hardcore title. Now Small Afro has Chris Nitro up and connecting the Death Valley driver. And the cover. Oh, but James quickly breaking that up. And now James has a hold of Chris Nitro here. I'm sorry, has a hold of Small Afro. And he just connected the neck breaker. Chris on the outside. Oh, Chris grabbed a hold of a kendo stick, but he decides to drop it for whatever reason. James Taylor in firm control of Small Afro at the moment. Look at this, raking the boot up against the face. Oh, but Chris. Look at this, Chris wrenching away at the arm of the nemesis James Taylor. Oh, but James answering back with shots to the midsection. Oh, James was probably looking for a stunner, but Chris answering back. Now Chris, oh, was looking for a springboard splash. And now James with the stunner. and connecting the clothesline on the small afro. This is an absolutely crazy triple threat match. James with the schoolboy. Oh, but Chris quickly breaking that up. I am absolutely loving this triple threat match. But it wasn't a triple threat match until James Taylor decided that he was going to cash in his Tournament of Hardcore briefcase here. Oh, Small Afro was probably looking for yet another Samoan drop. But look at this, James answering back. Oh, but Chris has a hold of James, inverted atomic drop. And the leg drop to the groin. Now James is going to roll out. Chris Nitro in firm control of Small Afro there. I believe that was a pop-up Hurricane Rana. Now Chris going up top. Calling for Small Afro to make it back to his feet. And Chris, oh, got caught. And Small Afro sends him down. Oh, and Small Afro taking out the nemesis James Taylor. Oh, but Chris making the save. And now it's James Taylor in firm control of this match, delivering the stunner. Cover on to Chris Nitro. And James Taylor is victorious. James Taylor is champion. You're looking back at the highlights here. There's a stunner delivered by James Taylor, and that was the second stunner that he connected on to Chris Nitro, which was able to secure the victory for James Taylor here. And James Taylor is the Internet Champion. I believe James Taylor decided to cash in his briefcase on the Internet Championship instead of the Hardcore Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, James Taylor is now a double champion, and Chris Nitro is no longer the Internet Champion. So that means that James Taylor will have 2 championship matches at RUW Walking on Pins and Needles this Sunday. He will defend the Internet Championship against the Redneck Daniel Hayes. And he will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against a mystery challenger. What an episode of Decimation that was. James Taylor has cashed in his briefcase on the Internet Championship, and he is now champion. Ladies and gentlemen, join us this Sunday for RUW Walking on Pins and Needles. Thank you for tuning in if you did, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.